we're going to use the finest diamonds, the finest, but all of that can still be done within the price range. So don't be afraid. Our challenge is that the perception we have created when you're good at everything you do, the perception you create, well, it must be expensive. In a way, I like to hear that, but on the other hand, it should not keep you awake to come to the store. You just have to be truthful with yourself, get educated, get and find what you like to have, and discuss with us, and we'll find a way to have the wow factor. And I'll deliver, and we work for the wow factor. Now, I can go on for another hour, talking about the details, how we create, how we sort the diamonds, how we buy the diamonds, how we do this and this and this, but I think for today, that's probably sufficient. And if you'd like to hear more about it, I would say, let's do an evening in the store, and then we can do a grand tour in the store. You have a good idea how things are made. I'm very proud of my staff. The shop itself is extremely high-tech. It's the state-of-the-art of machineries and computers, and the rings are now made by robots. And we have designers on the computer, CAD design, and then we have different CNC machines, and we do our own casting, and then we do our own diamond setting. We have our own diamond sorting room to sort the stones exactly to all the specifications. And then we have a golden rule trust, but we verify. Every step along the way we verify. Every step along the way. Every single diamond has a barcode. Every step, when it goes from one desk to another, from one person to another, it's suck, suck, suck. Actually, from my iPhone, when I'm sitting on a cruise or in my office in Belgium, I can see who's working on what. It's quite something. Or my iPad. But Bridget is there to hold the fort. She has Janice, and she has several other people. So each department has its own, including our design for the ads advertising. Bridget controls it together with someone in-house who actually designs, because we want to stay within refined style and reflecting the brand. So today we are proud to say we are establishing a brand. The brand is Pieter Andries. So my grandchildren, or Bridget's children, or whoever's children will enjoy the fame and the money. Maybe you can get the money, she can get the fame, the brand, or whatever it is. Oh, you want the benefit? Wait a little bit. So thank you very much. Are there questions? Do you have some marketing questions? Yes, madam.
How long does it take to make a custom diamond ring, for example? Ballpark.
Well, number one is the dialogue between you and me or one of us. That, depending how well we communicate and how well you're prepared to make a decision and how well you know what you want.
Once you make the decision. Once
you make the decision, at that point, say the whole process, we need 5 working days. Actually making it itself is probably, I would say, in man hours, probably close to 30, 40 hours. But there are different people in different stages and different departments who are working. An item is made in different departments. So, does that help you the question?
Can I ask another off the wall question? What would you have been if you weren't a jeweler?
An architect. I would like to go back to school and become an architect. I love art, which is very parallel to designing jewelry. You know, it's 3 dimensions. So once you do, and my hobby is woodworking. I do furniture. The whole store, all that is done in my own wood shop, and I have full-time woodworker who helps me. Not now, but I had one full-time. Yes.
So this decision to go vertical in your business is contrary to, I think, how a lot of commercial businesses have gone, outsourcing and that sort of thing. Are there any other? What other? Well, how will I say that? How pervasive in your industry is a vertical business model like yours?
It's extremely difficult to be vertical integrated because it requires the knowledge, expertise, and all the different levels that you need to build. It is way easier. Today, who is a jeweler? If tomorrow you have 10 rings and you open a store in Town Square and you put your name on it, 10 jewelers, you're a jeweler. That's American. You're a jeweler. 99% of all jewelers are that way. Now, where do they get the jewelry? That's your question. They depend on, and it's easier to buy it from the manufacturer wholesaler, but basically the wholesalers who partially are manufacturers, but they do partially 10% manufacturing in Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York, and New Jersey. That's where the centrums are. But most of it is then going to be fabricated in Venezuela, some in South America, in Brazil, China, and India. India is huge, also in Sri Lanka. There's a huge concentration. Some will buy jewelry in Europe, in Basel, and Milan, and Belgium. In Brussels is a huge, in Antwerp, as a huge wholesale traffic in Paris. But you buy down the item, it's actually easier to do. Why? Because you pick and choose certain items, but here's the deal. You need to have a certain minimum of markup, a minimum, in order to make a profit. If you make your regular markup that you should have, and by the way, markups and gross margins are shrinking year after year. It's getting tougher and tougher. So you've got to be a good operator in order to have that all in sync. So now they buy that item. What happens is now, jeweler A, then jeweler B, then jeweler C, and D have the same item in the store. And that one is going to say, I give you a better deal. But what are you talking about? Or I give you a discount. Or you have the item for longer than 3 years. You want to close, you want to get rid of it because it holds your cash in there. Talk to bankers, they will tell you about turn of markup of profit. If you don't have turn markup of profit, or one of those things, those ratios have to fit. They need to be in sync. If your turn is lower, then your markup has to be higher. So where do you squeeze it in and squeeze it out? So most jewelers will choose the Neiman Marcus. Is that a jeweler? Saks Fifth Avenue, is that a jeweler? Macy's, is that a jeweler? Walmart is the largest jeweler in the world. They sell more gold chains than anyone else in the world. Walmart. But go and look at the chain. Don't put my pendant on it, because it may fall off. And we want to do the repairs on it. It is so light, but the price is right. What can I say? So you shop for price, or you shop for something that has value, beauty. Remember, jewelry is luxury. If it's not beautiful and you don't feel good about it, don't get it. It is pure luxury. It's also something you don't buy every year. I have clients who are every year, clockwise. And we know that, and we keep databases. And that's why we need to keep things extremely confidential. We will never tell anyone to whom we sell and what we sell and things like that. Confidentiality is a big deal. Same thing like financial advisors, bankers, insurance, same thing. So that it's got to be beautiful. So, but you can buy jewelry anywhere. Anyone can sell a diamond, a piece of jewelry and things. So, but if they say my price is better, well, to me, that's right away a bunch of red flags. What does that mean? If you cannot connect price, value to what it is, where are you? So I'm proud to say we will guarantee every step along the way. So I will never be overpriced. And by the way, if I would be overpriced, do you think I would have this size of business? No way. No way. But I like to have you all as a customer, and if you're not, then tell your friends, send them over, take the brochures with you. We love to support you. And I'm enjoying the interaction with people. And I tell you, I'm planning to work another 30 years. Yes. So I'm not retired. Thank you very much. More questions?